You can hold the same 1,000 XRP for 3 years, never sell, never move them, and still be poorer than the day you bought them. Not because of price, because of 5 silent leaks nobody talks about. Are you really holding what you think you're holding? Is your XRP stack actually shrinking every month? Let's dive in. Most XRP holders check one number, the balance. If the number is the same, they assume the position is the same. But that's not how wealth works in crypto. Your XRP balance can stay frozen at 1,000 for years, while your real position quietly bleeds out from the sides. Think of it like a bucket of water. You're staring at the level on the side, but you never check the bottom. And the bottom, that's where the leaks are. In 2024, Chainalysis documented over $2.2 billion in crypto losses. And a serious chunk of that was not hacks. It was user error, repeated, small, invisible. DALBAR's investor behavior study, year after year, shows the same pattern. Retail investors underperform the assets they hold by 3 to 5% per year. Not because the asset failed, because of what happened around the asset. So the real question isn't, how much XRP do you have? It's, how much value is actually still attached to your XRP? Quick question for you before we go deeper. When was the last time you really audited your XRP position, beyond just the balance? Drop your answer in the comments. This is the most boring leak, and the most expensive. Every time you buy XRP on a centralized exchange, you're not just paying a trading fee, you're paying a spread. The spread is the gap between the buy price and the sell price. Kaiko Research has tracked this for years, and on most retail exchanges, the spread on XRP sits between 0.5 and 2% per transaction, sometimes more during volatility. So let's do the math out loud. You DCA $200 of XRP every month. You think you're paying a 0.1% fee. But with a 1% spread on top, you're actually paying 1.1% every single buy. Over 3 years, that's roughly $80 vanishing into the spread. On a bigger position, it scales fast. And here's what stings. You don't see it on your statement. There's no line that says spread cost. It just gets baked into the price you receive. Same thing on withdrawals. Network fees on XRP are tiny, but the exchange withdrawal fee on top is often 100 to 500 times the actual network cost. You're not losing XRP to a hacker, you're losing it to friction. I want to slow down on this one, because most holders genuinely don't believe it's real. Let's say XRP trades at $2.50 on the global market. You open your exchange. The price displayed says $2.51 to buy and $2.49 to sell. That looks tiny. But that's a 0.8% round-trip cost before any fee. Now imagine you're an active holder. You sell into stablecoins when the market gets shaky. You buy back when it calms down. You do that 4 times a year. Each round trip, minimum 1% gone. Over 5 years, that's 20% of your position evaporated. Not stolen, not lost to price, just paid out in 1% slices to liquidity providers you'll never meet. And here's the part nobody says out loud. The smaller the exchange, the wider the spread. If you're using a regional or low-volume platform because the fees look cheaper, you might be losing 3 to 5 times more on the spread than you would on a deep liquidity venue. Cheap fees, expensive spreads. That's the trap. This one is brutal, and it's the one most XRP holders in the US underestimate the most. Under IRS Notice 2014-21, every crypto-to-crypto swap is a taxable event. Every single one. You swap XRP for USDT to park it during a dip? Taxable. You move XRP into a different token to chase a setup? Taxable. You bridge XRP to another chain through a wrapped version? Potentially taxable. I'm not giving you tax advice. Talk to a qualified professional for your situation. But here's the silent loss. A lot of holders only realize this in April, when their accountant asks for a full transaction history. And suddenly, the free trades they made all year become a four-figure tax bill. Worse, if the price dropped after the swap, they owe taxes on a gain that no longer exists in their wallet. That's not a hack. That's the tax code quietly eating your stack while you weren't looking. There are tools out there, crypto tax software, portfolio trackers, that help you see these events in real time. I'll leave a couple of resources in the description for the ones I trust. No pressure, just useful if you've never tracked this seriously. Because the cheapest mistake to fix is the one you catch before tax season. This one is new, and almost nobody is talking about it from this angle. Since the SEC clarified its position on crypto assets in March 2026, institutional products around XRP have been multiplying. According to MEXC data, around 35 million XRP exited exchanges in April 2026 alone. XRP ETF cumulative inflows have crossed roughly $1.29 billion. Now, on the surface, that sounds bullish. Less XRP available means more scarcity, right? Yes, for the price. But there's a second effect retail holders rarely think about. When XRP gets locked inside an ETF wrapper, it leaves the retail layer. It stops being your neighbor's bag. It becomes a line item on a fund balance sheet. And every time a new institutional product absorbs supply, your relative weight in the retail XRP universe shrinks. Your number stays the same, 1,000 XRP, but your share of the freely circulating retail-controlled XRP gets smaller every quarter. It's not dilution in the classic sense. It's a redistribution from individual holders to institutional vehicles. And during a Q1 2026 where total crypto market cap dropped 20.4%, $622 billion wiped, according to CoinGecko, institutional vehicles kept accumulating quietly. Retail panicked. Funds bought. That gap is a silent loss, too. Now we get to the most human leak of all, the small mistakes, repeated over years. Wrong destination tag on a transfer? XRP gone. Sent to a wallet that doesn't support XRP natively? XRP gone. Forgot to fund a new wallet with the 10 XRP reserve before sending? Transaction blocked, sometimes lost in support tickets for weeks. Lost access to a hardware wallet because the seed phrase was stored somewhere safe you can't remember? That's not a hack. That's friction, compounded by years. Chainalysis estimates a meaningful portion of the $2.2 billion in 2024 crypto losses came from this exact category: self-inflicted, quiet, permanent. And here's what makes it worse for XRP holders specifically. XRP has a few unique mechanics: the reserve requirement, the destination tag, the trust lines for issued tokens. For a beginner, that's a minefield. One wrong click and 50, 100, sometimes 1,000 XRP just sit there, unrecoverable. If this video is helping you connect dots, a quick like and a subscribe genuinely helps the channel reach more long-term XRP holders. That's it. No pitch. Now let me ask you something. Out of these 5 leaks, which one hits closest to home for you? Tell me below. I want to know which one we should go deeper on next. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to make you see what's happening, because once you see it, you can stop it. Leak 1 and 2, fees and spreads. Solution: consolidate your buys. Fewer, larger DCA orders on deep liquidity venues, not 30 micro trades on the cheapest app. Leak 3, taxes. Solution: track every event the moment it happens. Not in April, now. A simple spreadsheet works. A proper tax tool works better. Leak 4. ETF dilution. Solution. Understand it. You can't stop it. But you can decide whether you want your XRP to stay in the retail layer or eventually move to institutional rails too. That's a strategic question, not a panic one. Leak 5. Custody errors. Solution. Slow down. Test every new wallet with 1 XRP before sending 1,000. Write your seed phrase on metal, not paper. 2 copies, 2 locations, and never, ever rush a transfer because the market is moving. The market will still be there in 10 minutes. Your XRP won't if you click the wrong button. Here's what I want you to walk away with. The crypto industry trained you to watch one thing: the price. Green candles, red candles, ATH, ATL. But the people who actually keep their wealth across cycles watch something different. They watch the leaks. Because price comes back, cycles repeat. But every dollar lost to a spread, every % lost to a bad swap, every XRP lost to a wrong destination tag, that money doesn't come back. Ever. A holder with 1,000 XRP and 0 leaks will quietly outperform a holder with 1,200 XRP and 5 active leaks. Same asset, different discipline, different outcome. Your job as a long-term XRP holder isn't to time the top. It's to make sure that when the top arrives, you still own everything you started with, plus the gains, minus the leaks. That's the whole game.